Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome back to TerickTime. It has been a little bit, and for that, I apologize. I've just been oh so very busy IRL, but I'm making sure that we get some time in today to get an episode for you, because, well, I love all your faces, and I would like to give you an episode. But real quick, in the last episode, if you didn't see it, we built this wonderful little temple monument thing. And I don't really know what to call it, but I love it. And I really love how everything kind of turned out. I changed my approach on kind of adding bushes into a build and things like that, and it just made me happy. Until I lost the bet, which, if you don't know, I did a community post, and people were guessing how I died and lost my stuff. Yeah, well, they figured it out, and I had to throw a stack of diamonds into lava, which was slightly depressing for me, but hopefully entertaining for you. And if you're interested in seeing more entertaining things of TerickTime, Dolphin Cove, and the other fantastic adventures we're going to come up to in this world, hit that little sub button. I'd greatly appreciate it. But on with this episode, I'm going to be honest with you. I've been procrastinating working on the cake project. I wasn't entirely happy with how the gradient turned out on my first little test build here. I thought I landed there, and then I ended up in a puddle. Whoopsies. So the gradient overall I do like, but for this size of building, I made it far too busy. So I'm going to be simplifying that going forward. So smaller building, smaller amount of gradient. But I then need to figure that out as well. So I'm thinking we're going to be starting on these building or little towers over here, because I made a little fun contraption because, well, in the last episode, I spent a whole bunch of time doing, well, this. I suppose I didn't actually really have to die to show you this, but it does add better effect. So I made a wee little contraption, so if I die, and hopefully I respawn at Dolphin Cove here, I can simply just, well, walk into this. Bam, I have stuff. I have a pickaxe, and then I can walk over this little grate, and I got 48 rockets and 16 food, and I can go save my stuff, hopefully. It would be even nicer if I don't put myself in that situation again, but I should probably go pick up my stuff, actually. Hang on. Okay, stuff has been saved, and I'm just quickly going to put my stuff back on and put some stuff away, and then we're gonna get going. I think. I hope. Yes. So what we're going to be starting with is, well, I'm going to work on the gradient, which we're going to do via a wee little time lapse here. And I think I'm probably going to try and just kind of do both of the gradients real quick. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, if I do want to add details, I'm going to have to knock that roof out another block. So yeah, this is going to be a work in progress, but I've promised myself I will not procrastinate. We're going to get some progress done on the cake project. So grab a serious blah, 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 blah. English is not my friend today. Grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a drink, and let's kick it off into a good old time lapse. Well, I'd like to say we're off to a good start, but it's a little clunky. It's a little clunky there. Okay. Yeah, I just need to come in and do a little bit of TLCing a little bit, just to kind of smooth out some of the edges a little bit. You know, just make it, oops, a little bit better. So let me let me just quickly do that, and then we'll continue working on probably the roof. I'm thinking the roof, maybe. Alrighty. Some edges have been smoothed out, so I've gotten rid of a lot of the kind of accidental horizontal lines I did, but still doing a little bit of just kind of touch-up work. Just things you know would have been easier in creative, but I really like that I'm learning this process in survival because I feel like I'm going to be a lot better at it in the long run. Awkwardly, I did completely not do this little bit here, but then I was thinking I don't really want it all to be the same anyway, so I'm going to be utilizing this little jutty out bit to do something like a spruce or an oak, just to add some color difference into this little area here. So I was thinking of doing roofs, but I don't want to yet. So instead, I'm going to work on this little mid section right here, because the goal that I have is to have a lot of these towers connected by little bridges that are on the second floor. So this little bit will be a bridge to the main building, and then we'll have a wee little bridge going to here, just so we can continue to use different spaces of this area. And you know, I could put a little farm or something up in here, like, you know, try and find a reason to go back up into these buildings. It's going to be tricky because it's not a lot of space, but we're going to take a look there. So let me grab some materials and let's work on making this little wee bit at the top here. Alrighty, stuff has been acquired, and now I was originally just going to have the bridge kind of come over and basically end kind of here, but now I'm thinking it might be kind of more interesting to add another jutty out bit and kind of bring the bridge kind of over to this corner, kind of about here, I'm thinking. So if I do, well, actually, let's get my little platform in first. That's gonna be, we're gonna make this out of dripstone. Don't ask me why, it just seemed like a good idea. So if I put this in, I'm really gonna have to put light in there, or I am going to walk into a creeper, definitely. Okay, so this is going to be like so. I am setting myself up to be exploded, but you're welcome. You can laugh at me if it happens. Okay, now if I take the little bit of red out, we're gonna bring this over here, and then I think I want this one to be about here. So we're gonna add, okay, got it. That is gonna go there, that's gonna go there. I need a trapdoor. The rusty but trusty trapdoor shall go there. That was, okay, there we go. Doink, doink. And then I don't need that. Oh no. Don't you just hate it when you accidentally strip? I'm sorry. We won't go there. It's fine. I do need a little trapdoor, and then something like this, I'm thinking. Just for some added funsies. You know. All right, some pondering has been accomplished. I have an idea. So I've got a wee little bit of a structure block here as well. So actually, let me just splat. So we're gonna have this little bit of a wood detail on this side, really breaking up a lot of the white and the reds and the potential deep slate kind of trims that we will most likely be doing to kind of give it a little bit of unification? Is that a word? Anyway, make this look like that. Small word, good for Terrick. So, ow. Terrick should not fly anymore. I just should not fly anymore. Anyway, we're going to be doing a couple of little odd things. I don't know if this is going to completely work out, but I'm trying to add a little bit of a detail down in here. Because. And then we're going to be going with some inspiration kind of from the docks down at the base of Dolphin Cove, where we're going to have some oaky bits and some, where I thought I had them, some oak trap door bits as well, just to give this a little bit of a wider walkway, but also just to give it a little bit of, well, character. So I'm just gonna fill this in real quick. Nope. Yes. And then continue the trapdoors going all the way around. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that layer there. One moment, please. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. Now I just need to add a little bit of railing because, well, safety is a thing. Also with the jump beacon, I can hoppity hop over if I ever need to, which shall be good. And then I think we're gonna have to work on, well, I need this to become kind of a little bit of an archway, so probably some cord stairs, trapdoors maybe. And I think we're gonna have to hold off on that bridge until we at least get that corner of the big build done. But that does mean we can actually switch over to the roofs now, which I shall sleep, finish the railings, and we'll start doing some other little bits and bobs. Actually, we're gonna... Derek needs to organize himself. Really, really. All right, I have organized myself. Well, actually, I went for a nap, like IRL. I feel much better. Thank you for asking. I feel refreshed, and I spent a little bit of time doing some planning and actually figuring out what I really want to do with this build. So I've got these wee little wooden bits here. So we're gonna have a little bit of a swoop roof here. This is gonna be a little bit of a throughway with a window so you can see out to the statue and whatnot. So I thought that was kind of cool. This TBD, this bridge is part of that build's progress. So we're gonna be focusing our energies over here. So I'm going to start working on some of these little roofy bits to start, but then I'm also thinking of, I probably should have put a ladder here. One moment. Up at the top of the tower here, I'm going to be doing a bunch of little cutouts as well. So this is going to be a little bit of a lookout area, and then I think we'll probably do like a little one block kind of bit going all the way around. So you can, kind of like the top of a lighthouse, that kind of thing. So you can walk all the way around the outside, and then you can, get some fantastic views. I'm excited. But first, we're gonna start off with this little roof. Oh, and I did a little bit here. I did sandstone and strip birch. Just something different, something to break it up a little bit. And I like how it turned out, but the red concrete is definitely harshing my vibe for this build. So I'm gonna start tearing the concrete out, start getting some roofs in, and let's take a look how it's gonna look. Okay, I am feeling much better about this area now that the red concrete is gone. It's weird how that really affects things, but let me show you. In cheaty cam mode. So with a little bit of a roof on the side over here, and then I've kind of started sketching out, well, not really sketching, but kind of figuring out the shape of these top roofs. So they do need some detailing still, because, well, they need to match everything else that's going on in the general area. But I like where this feel is kind of going now, which I was beginning to doubt the process, but I'm doing okay. And I did throw this little bit of a bridge in here just to, well, get rid of more red concrete. So, but now I need to detail the roofs, and I think I'm going to be able to potentially show you via like a little quickie time lapse kind of thing. So we're going to try that. If not, I will do a show and tell after the fact. All right. I have been working and playing and having a whole bunch of fun with those two little towers over there. Lots of little details have been added, but I've come to the conclusion that I can't properly showcase them right now because this little throughway isn't done. Where's the baddie? Hello? Hello? Are you in here? Please tell me. Oh, goodness. One moment, please. I'm just gonna take that one because I don't need that anymore. No. Bad zombie. Okay, thank you. So, the plan is, for these two little patches in the middle here, they are going to be some mossy bits with some pretty flowers, not lilacs. I'm all about the peonies right now. Don't know why, but I went out and found a whole bunch of these alliums, and with the little resource pack I have, they do the little clustering and whatnot, and it really fills it out. And then through the middle bits here, where we can kind of have a taller flower potentially, we'll throw a couple of the peonies, but of course we can't leave the red concrete, obviously. So the combo I am going to be going for is going to be some mangrovey wood, which is the four-sided barky bits. And then, let me just clear a little bit of spice here. We're going to be using a piston for the bottom, because then we have that stone to the oak transition, a beehive, and then a couple of stripped oak logs. Right? I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So now that you kind of know what's going on here, let me quickly skedoodle a whole bunch of little bits. That's my vice. A whole bunch of little bits here, and then we'll come back in and do a grand old reveal with shaders, of course. Are you ready? I hope you're ready, because I've outdone myself again. I love it. Come check this out. Oh, goodness. So, working through, created the little entrance. I want to call it an arbor, but I know that's wrong, but came up with a couple of little interesting details using the grindstones, copper rods with the banners in the middle here, just to give this a whole bunch of extra character. I tried not to do kind of like overdo it on the leaves on this, but I did use my kind of new little style of building, almost like a little short bushy tree up on top of the roof. And I feel that that has worked very, very well for this area. Using the levers as little angled bits here in the middle, just for a little bit of added detail, and I love it. It really, really sets the tone for the very top of the cake project here. As soon as you come through this, it is just, you're expecting magnificence. And then once I get these two towers all finished up, that is going to help even more. Hello, Milo. What you doing up there? Anyway, and as I said, I worked on building up these two towers, adding in tons and tons of decorations, and even, where's my face? A little bit of functionality. So here I have quickly installed just a little simple two tall flower farm. So lever can be functioning off of the barrel, and then the barrel is a little bit of storage as well. And then I have all the flowers and a little bit extra bone meal with a little flower banner there for a little bit of fun. And then I've gone through and added some of these little overhanging arbor things, or I don't even know, overhead things. They make me happy. And then of course there's a whole bunch of little added trees kicking around, and I've even done a little bit on the inside here. Nothing crazy, but the sign. The main reason to come in here would be if things have gone horribly wrong. But hopefully that doesn't happen too often. But then I do want to, I want to be up more. Hang on. Up at the very top here, we've got a couple of little eyeglasses to be able to snoop around Dolphin Cove. But seriously, this view from up here is wonderful. I love it. It is so nice to be able to kind of just hang out up here and just look at all of the crazy things that have been built here in Dolphin Cove. It is a magical. But with that being said, folks, this episode is late. I'm so very sorry, but yeah, I got carried away as per usual. So hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. I truly appreciate you sharing your time with me. It is always greatly appreciated. And until next time, folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.